when you have something that's pose to pose and you're going for the like kind of like the pencil test approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is great because it is visually clean. Having this, you can completely understand it. When you go to splice and you start finessing, it gets really tedious.
Right.
It gets really complicated at first, but that's really where the magic really happens.
Right. Knowing what to slow down or speed up or tighten up.
It's like in classical animation that you gotta get in betweens like really tight.
Yeah.
But then you know that if he's slowing a little bit more, it's just gonna look amazing.
Yeah.
And then more precise on the rotation of the face or something.
Yeah.
And a few people actually are able to go there, or that dare to go there. It's the same thing. It's just finessing.
Yeah.
But then you get better. You get faster, especially for like moving holds.
Mm-hmm.
I think that at the beginning they're really hard to convey that is not floating.
Right.
Because on the computer you can have like a moving hold and you go, the same as I showed you that you grab this one and you go Alt, press the Alt key and you go, okay, that's gonna be really amazing moving hold in 80 frames.
Yeah.
But it looks floating.
Yeah.
But it's the computer. I think for that was one of my first things that I noticed that it's really nice. So you can actually go and do a lot of tests, like okay, moving hold, play blast, and you have the 80 in betweens.
Yeah.
They don't look good though. You have to be understanding, the moving hold. What would it be like a believable moving hold?
Right.
Because in betweening is not the issue anymore.
Yeah.
Like in classical animation, like you give your assistant in between, between 1 millimeter, give me 80 frames.
Yeah.
He's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
But that's not the issue anymore.
Right.
Now it's just the understanding of the moving hold, which is
the choice of
I think it's a great thing.
Cool.
That we have that position.
Yeah. I think if I could explain like a style that I see myself really enjoying is I love like snappy timing and really kind of cartoony stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm so insistent on like really figuring out the poses, because then I'll just do these really big poses and then a moment of really small poses. But to anticipate like an antic and then like almost like a favor pop overshoot and then back into a settle, like to me I can see that as like 3 or 4 poses in the action.
Yeah.
And like at first, like I want to be able to get some character and story eventually, but I just want to understand the mechanics of like snapping those fingers out and like dragging them down, and I can't wait for that. Like to me, it's gonna be so fun if I can make these guys like elastic kind of, right?
Yeah.
And so that is a direction I see myself going more than like I'd love to be able to do super subtle emotional scenes. I think that's like hats off to that, right?
Yeah.
But where I see myself having fun is like the guy who's like walks in the wall, smacks his head, and then like falls down, and I don't know, or like someone who's like pulling on something and like tumbles around, and this stuff is way over my head now, but that's what I'm inspired by. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
And I see the biggest part of that for me is getting those sweet poses, and then being able to just I don't know, comfortably manage the curves, comfortably make the because what's interesting is with my experience using Flash is that we were using curves in Flash, and at the time that was kind of new to Flash. So once I understood curves in Flash, it's the same thing, but it's more simple. We were tweaking the crap out of them and noticing the differences. We were really enjoying how you can improve something by playing with those curves. And so I think some of that's already there for me, but just getting my head around like X, Y, and Z, and then all these different freaking controls, right? It's like blows my head up.
What I've seen, first of all, stick to your classical animation training. That's it. The computer is not really going to give you that.
Right.
So second thing that I've seen is that that transition, I think, is going to take about 6 months.
Yeah.
So be patient. Um,
Yeah, that's okay.
um,
I hope I can do it.
what's important is that you don't get disappointed.
Mhm.
You don't get disillusioned.
Right.
Because I've seen a lot of classical animators that they're amazing,
Yeah.
and then they went to computer animation classes with Maya or 3D Max or XSI, and it's just too intimidating. Like every single class, and I was sitting next to them. Every class would be something that they suffer.
Yeah.
It's painful.
Yeah.
The teacher is more a computer guy, so he's teaching computer things.
Right.
And then these guys can say, I can, if I want a sphere, I just draw it.
Yeah.
And you're saying that I should go and say, get primitive sphere.
Yeah.
So, and then they eventually stop showing up on class,
Yeah.
which it's a shame.
Yeah.
So if you can just pass that stage,
Yeah. The ugly duckling stage kind of.
yeah, 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 yeah. So hang in there for easily 6 months.
Yeah.
Have like little assignments.
Yeah.
Maybe a dialogue one would be really big for now.
Yeah.
If you can aim for the one that you say, okay, let's just go three poses,
Yeah.
three poses.
Yeah.
Or between three poses you're only doing like the anticipation and reaction. You might have like six poses at the end with breakdowns.
Right.
But if you can have something that it's only like 48 frames,
Right.
something manageable,
Right.
something that you don't get lost.
So you can actually go into the details of the curves and stuff and make it
Keep
work.
it short.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then if you keep it short, you're able to go through all the stages like blocking, pencil test style, like no in betweens. Then you transition to the flat curves. Then you add more breakdowns,
Mm-hmm.
and then you start refining,
Yeah.
and then refining plus or polishing, whatever, like reblocking. Sometimes we gotta go and say, that pose doesn't work.
Yeah.
And if you're able to go through those stages in